Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, the ODM party top leadership had a meeting somewhere in Nairobi, a meeting they refer to as ODM Central Committee meeting. This was a meeting attended by only by the top leaders. Now, with that meeting, after it was finished, they had a press conference. And in the press conference, there is information that they were comfortable to share with the public about their discussion. Of course, they will not share everything. Always there will be classified information that is not meant for the public, and there is the information for the public. Now, someone was laughing, saying that Raila was just really praying that Sifuna should not read a different script from what had been agreed. That's just a joke, but it also opens a debate about Sifuna influence in ODM party under the Kwanza government. Because when I listened to that press conference, then I get to know how they got to calling for such a meeting. It opens more discussion, because then the decision is that ODM is now supporting the position of the party leader Raila Odinga to work with the Kenya Kwanza administration to stabilize the country and create an enabling environment for Kenyans to address their concerns through democratic and constitutional means. So ODM party leader is supporting or is working with William Ruto, the Kenya Kwanza. So the party is now supporting the position of the party leader. That is what we are now getting from that discussion that they had. From the word go, we knew that they are working together. So coming with this statement, they had several agendas. You know, Sifuna talked about in the press conference, the party pushing for the implementation of the memorandum of understanding that they had signed with the Kenya Kwanza administration in the 10-point agenda. So they are pushing for the formation of a technical committee. Now they are talking about technical committee that is going to push for this agenda to be implemented. Where were they from the time they came out with the 10-point agenda today to push for the implementation of that? Now, the person who has been making loud noise is none other than the same ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna. So, can we say that Sifuna seems to be giving the government and the ODM a headache at the same time? The meeting was called for because of who? Sifuna. Then Sifuna is given a statement to read. Now, whatever he has read there is saying the party is now supporting. Now, it is now the party position. In one of the statements, Raila defended Sifuna, but at the same time he said that Sifuna was speaking his own personal views, but not the party position. Again, who should speak for the party position? The Secretary General. Who is the Secretary General? Edwin Sifuna. So that means they had to call for this meeting now for Sifuna to read the statement, which will be the party position, and as he read it, it is now in his capacity as the Secretary General. To me, the conclusion is that Sifuna has been giving both ODM and the government sleepless nights. He has been giving them hard time. And now they have to push him to clarify and give now the party position, which is support for the government. Sifuna is not alone. We have Baba Wino and the entire bigger team. So So imagine mnaita tu conference kuambia Sifuna aseme ya kwamba chama imeamua wako nyuma ya Mheshimiwa William Ruto. Ruto at one point jokingly he said that he was part of ODM and therefore he can ask the party to remove him as the SG. Mimi ODM ilikuwa chama yangu, ukicheza na mimi sana nitaambia chama ikutoe. He said jokingly, but he was serious about it. So is the government also pushing for the removal of Sifuna as the Secretary General? And Raila is finding it unfit to remove Sifuna as the SG. There is also such a possibility. Nasema bana hatuko comfortable na Sifuna, toa Sifuna. ODM now wanaona kwamba we look for a way to sort out this issue rather than removing Sifuna. Sifuna seems to be speaking the ideas of the majority, the silent majority. He seems to have been speaking so loudly on behalf of the silent majority. But all along, ODM is now telling us that they now want to form a technical committee to sit down and implement what they had agreed. When did they agree? Having looked at this, my conclusion can be that ODM has its own interest as a party, which is not actually the interest of the people. So ODM is not speaking for the people as it purports, because if you go on and on, you will see, you read those points. They seems like they are speaking for the people. They have their own interest, and we Kenyans, we have our own interest, which ODM party is not championing for. Because from the word go, before ODM would give out people like John Badi, Opio Wandai, Oparanya, Hassan Joe, to the cabinet, the current AG, they would have thought about the people's interest and therefore, first of all, implement the 10-point agenda they had agreed with before handing our people to that side. Instead, they started with handing over several individuals to the government side, the team that I've mentioned. Then from there, okay, wangesema ya kwamba we have to put our people in this government so that they foresee the implementation of the 10-point agenda. They have them. John Badi ndiye ako pale kwa treasury. Opio Wandai kwa energy. Oparanya ako pale kwa small medium enterprise and all that. Joe ako kwa mining. Tuko na mkuu wa sheria ambaye toka kwa ODM. So what was wrong? Because now it's like they have a quarter of this government. A quarter ya serikali ni ya Raila kwa saizi. What was hard to implement their 10-point agenda since they have the experts in the government? Today they are again coming out in a press conference to tell us on how they forgot about forming a committee that would help to foresee the implementation of the 10-point agenda. They are literally buying our patience with a zero plan to implement the people's agenda. The aim here is to buy our patience and silence anyone who seems to be coming out to speak the people's mind or support the people's idea. Ruto has been so much worried with some sentiment that comes from people like Edwin Sifuna, someone like Caleb Hamis, the subordinate member of parliament, someone like Busiek, woman rep. He is uncomfortable with people like Babu Owino and many other youth. Why? Because these people are pushing to have their candidate as ODM on the ballot. That means Raila to withdraw his support from William Ruto. Of course, it just sent him to political oblivion direct. So they are uncomfortable with that. So what next? Ask Raila Odinga to tame his people. He really needs that Raila Odinga support. They see like this youth want to change Raila Odinga's idea to have an ODM candidate on ballot to compete in equal measures with William Ruto. I don't know your views, but please let us know in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Otherwise, thank you so much, but please remember to subscribe to this channel, like our video, and share where necessary. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in our next video.